criteria, as explained by my colleague Paul, was we had to make a judgment call because limited resources, time, everything, to try to focus on the manifestos that have been developed. Even at the time that I think it was the only two parties that have put manifestos out. But fortunately, other colleagues of ours have been able to give platforms. I mean, Mani gave big platforms to independent parties and minority parties. And I think that was good. So it's not, the fact that we didn't doesn't mean that they didn't get any other platform, to work. I think going forward, there has to be a way in which you select from the myriad of minority parties, whether it's their performance in the last election, in terms of how many votes they are able to garner, or if they're able to get people to parliament or whatever, then you can at least say, okay, the third best party or candidate, you can also look at their stuff. But for this, I think just because of the timing and the focus that we had, we could only deal with the two parties now. But we see this as a start. Because as I said, the conversation is to really change the behavior and the focus of this manifesto process, both for the citizen but also for politicians. So well, the correction is, I don't think the survey talked about any polling. I mean, it was not a preference for the parties. I think if you are referring to the 15 point, it was about the public's perception in terms of whether they believe in their ability to deliver or something like that. So no, there's no gap as to the policy preferences or the party preferences and so on. Oh no, our methodology is very sound. We are the same people who deliver the Afrobarometer surveys, every other year. So, and we make the methodology available. We make, with these things, people are going, if you think that there's some part of it that doesn't favor you, you will react a certain way. But I think our objective was that we wanted to test the preparedness of institutions that are critical to the election delivery. Also garner from citizens, what are the attitudes, what are the things that they are worried about, so that those institutions can begin to address them ahead of the election. Because we just want a credible, free and fair election. As to who Ghanaians choose, that's up to them. And that will be on election day. So the effort is always to make sure that whatever the concerns are, we put to the agencies that are responsible so they can take remedial action ahead of the election. Yeah. So as I said, we've been doing this for many years. The methodology is very, very robust. And at the end, it's what Ghanaians say that we put out. The final consequence is on election day, and everybody would have the opportunity to know who the winner will be.